Hey, so one of the more important considerations for my project is what to use as a chassis since I'm not using traditional frame with wheels or anything like that. What I need is a ball that I can put the robot inside of that it will spin around. So I have two options right now that I've looked at and I'm undecided on which one to go with. So the one on the left, this actually came from Party City and it's meant to hold candy, um, but it does come apart and it's fairly large, but it's not an overly rigid plastic, and the seal isn't very strong, so I worry that it might come apart if it slams into something too hard, if my sensors aren't working properly. It also has the disadvantage as well that it is an opaque color, which means it'll glow better with LEDs, but it does mean if I were to put any sort of sensor in it, like an infrared sensor, it might cause too much noise. The second option, which becomes a little more obvious, which is a hamster wheel, because we're basically replicating how a hamster gets around, or a hamster ball. So this cost about $6. This cost about $3 because this is actually two separate balls, but I took the tops off of them and put them together. This is a much more rigid plastic and it's meant for rolling around, so it's a better application. It has slits in it, which I don't really anticipate there being much need for heat ventilation, but you never know. The hamster goes in the top and it rolls around and does its thing. The problem with this one is it appears that it should come apart. You can see these hooks on it, but they have a little barb on them, which means I can't just pull it apart, and there's no way on the outside to actually get at that. It's completely hard plastic. There's no way on the inside to get at it. So this one's going to be more work. I'm going to try this one first. I'm going to try to drill it and see if I can get the top sections, the two sections apart, because working with it from just the opening in the top will be much too difficult. I could probably jam things into this, but if I can get at both the top and the bottom, which I'll show you I can with this one here, um, it'll be much easier to build it. I can build the base, with the wheels and motors, and then build some sort of platform, put the rest of my stuff on top of it, and then reseal it, and then rock and roll. So anyway, so I'm gonna try this one first. I'll post some videos of myself trying to pull this thing apart. If it goes sideways, I'll just revert and use the Party City solution. So keep posted.